this satiny, I don't know how to describe this. This is a hair roller. It's like a jumbo one so that your curls are bigger because the diameter of the rod is basically larger. So you have like more like bouncy waves when you wake up in the morning. And I was just curious. I was like, well, I'm gonna brush my hair out and put this on anyway. So what does that sound like? Experimenting once again. But like, I feel like the satin itself sounds pretty nice. I've only used this once. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have a serious tendency of smacking my headphone cable like into the mic. Really inopportune times. But I've only used this once, and I do like it so far. The waves like fell out pretty quickly, like not pretty quickly, like a couple hours in. Also, please, I'm so sorry, my lips are so chapped. I just clocked it. Like, oh my god, I like can't. Is it possible for your lips to bruise because of how cold it is? Someone who knows more about that, let me know, because y'all, today, it felt like it either was 14 degrees Fahrenheit or it felt like it with the wind. But I have really sensitive skin when it comes to that stuff, and so my lips are trapped bleeding. They look bruised, like part of, like, bruh. Not cute, but like, I have such sensitive, like, skin, like, I don't know if you can really see, but my hands are so dry, but, in the winter, like, my knuckles just, like, they're so dry, these just start bleeding, so, not super fun, not fucking cute, but, so, if you're like, what the fuck is wrong with her face, that's why. So, luckily, I did not get a windburn on my face. That shit fucking hurts. That fucking hurts whenever that happens. Anyway, you're like, she's been yapping for 3 minutes, just no start brushing her hair. Like, welcome. Okay. I also, like, can't find my regular hairbrush that I normally use every day, so that's classic. But I have 3 other ones. Okay, I actually kind of hate that sounds so different. This one I've used as a trigger before. This one sounds better, but I almost never use this thing. It's so large. I really hate large hairbrushes. I've converted to like the mini hairbrush situation. I like that much better. So, with that in mind, I'm probably gonna use this tiny wooden one to detangle my hair, which, guys, is a journey to detangle my hair. Detangle my hair. I also have this to assist if needed. This is detangler spray. This stuff saves my life when my hair is like really, really matted. Okay. I'm being slightly dramatic, like it's not like the worst ever, but there's pieces where like they're stuck together, so anyway, I'm gonna keep yapping as I do this. How is everybody So whenever I do this, I very gently separate the pieces. And then, see, this part's all knotted. Like how that sounds. Just very gently brush it out. Anyway, so this shoe's really cute, but I'm like scared to wear them again because of how painful they ended up being. But I feel like now, potentially, I feel like I broke them in, like when I took them off. Ow. Okay. Traumatic, but hurt. I could tell, like, there was, like, an indent of, like, the outline of my foot. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe now I've, like, officially broken them in. And I won't have to go through that again, but we shall see. Whenever these pieces are really knotted, like this one, I try to do it in really small chunks, so my hair, like, doesn't rip out. I try to be as gentle as possible because when you're not gentle, like if you were to like, okay, it's kind of hard to see, but these pieces here, if you were to just like kind of rip out it, you're just gonna rip your hair off, which I've done before when I'm impatient and then I get upset whenever I do it. So one, that hurts. Two, don't, just be patient with yourself. Don't be so rough. So I hope this sounds nice. I like how it sounds with the wooden bristles. And yes, this does take forever when it's really naughty. I was gonna say, like, I don't know how my hair got this matted, but I do. It was the wind. It was the wind. I'm like, wait, no, I know exactly how that happened. I think this is the worst side compared to the two in terms of how knotted it is. People always ask me, they're like, how long does it take you to do like your hair, or, you know, isn't it like a lot of work because of the length? And yeah, it is, like, it is a lot, but I think it's so worth it. I don't really mind taking the extra time. Guess you could say I have some patience. See, this is just, oh my god. Really, really matted up a piece. I'm actually gonna calling in the reinforcement. so much easier to do it in small sections. Otherwise, again, you're just breaking your hair off trying to like rip through it. Okay, gorgeous. One side complete. One side is complete. Okay, gorgeous. One side done. Okay. So, now that that is done, oh my god, genuinely, like, so much better. I love the sound of playing with hair. I think truly the reason why I love hair triggers is when I personally watch ASMR. So I think the first time I ever experienced ASMR was when I was like my first real memory of it. When I was really little, my grandmother always used to play with my hair, and also she would like kind of like lightly, very lightly with her nails, like kind of scratch my arm and play with my hair. And what's so funny, not funny, but kind of crazy, but neither, but it was just really interesting. At Christmas, she came over to me unprompted. Like I was sitting and she came like behind me to like give me something, but then as she put something down on the table, she like still standing behind me and just like started playing with my hair. And it literally, it it, 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 transported me back in time. It was like, it transported me back in time. It was like, it transported me back in time. It was like smell something and it brings you back to like a time and a place, or like you listen to a song and like it brings you back to a time and a place, and like whatever that feeling is, I was feeling it. Like I couldn't believe it, because I literally, she was very just so ever so gently like doing this, like just like playing on my hair, and shivers, dude, like shivers in the best way, but like it was so tingly, and I was like, oh my god, like I used to do this all the time when I was very little. So very fond of that. I like kept it to myself, but it was very sweet. You know, different ways that people show care for one another, and it's just so relaxing. But like, I like know people like don't like play with your hair, you know. So I love the ASMR videos of like real person, like hair play or whatever, or even if it's on a wig, on a mannequin. It's just, there's something about someone like whispering, speaking very softly to you, and playing with your hair. So relaxing. Okay, for the grand finale, putting this sucker on my head. So basically, if you've never seen one of these before, they could come in different sizes, and they normally come with two scrunchies to tie off the ends. Basically, I'm gonna put this on top of my head, clip it in place with this bad boy, and then I'm going to wrap my hair around it. And the whole inspo for this video was to see how that specifically would sound. And so if it sounds terrible, say Livy, apologies in advance, but let's see. So literally just like, it's gonna look stupid also, but you know, fashion is pain, or whatever the hell the saying is. Okay, so see, obviously this looks a little stupid, but what I'm gonna do is you take pieces and you basically just like wrap it around, and then after you wrap around one section, you added more hair until all of your hair is wrapped around these. And honestly, like, I have some of the best like curls in my life whenever I do this. Okay, confirmed. I am digging the sound of this. Also, when I do this, like, the hair can get tangled, so I keep my brush close to me. As you can hear it, like, you can hear the baby little knots at the bottom. But new section, pull that through, wrap it around. Also eating my hair, perfect. New section, pull it through, wrap it around. And basically the benefits of this are, well, for me, multiple. It saves me a lot of time. And also it protects your hair from heat damage, which is really important for your hair health. So then, after the whole section of hair is wrapped around, basically you just wrap around the remaining little tail of hair around, and then that's where it ends. And then you flip up the bottom, and then you